Hello and welcome to Static Channel 12. This is your host Christian with my co-host Marvin.
Hello.
And on today's episode of Culture Slop, we saw, in my opinion, one of the most mid movies I've seen in a while. Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li. A movie that came out in 2009. And like many video game based movies, came, flopped, and disappeared. Now, for some reason, my friend here, Marvin, remembers that movie because I fucking forgot about it. So, what are your thoughts, Marvin?
I want to apologize because this movie was kind of like I had very low expectations for this movie, and they did not even meet those. Okay, so the main reason why I bring this up is a little bit of a twofold reason. So, being online, seeing forums and subreddits and stuff like that, because I play fight. I have a history with fighting games, and I still kind of play them.
Uh-huh.
So I started with Street Fighter 2, a little bit of Mortal Kombat. I went to Tekken, Killer Instinct. So I like the genre, and I like the franchises, the characters, the lore, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, fighting games have cool character designs.
Yeah, they're great.
They make him look badass on purpose. Right?
Very good, cool character designs, flashy moves. It's a lot of fun online for most of the time when you get servers. But the main reason why is because I kind of brought this up because I saw a post that was talking about like fighting game movies overall. How there's not really anything that's really redeeming out of almost any franchise. We could make probably a whole series out of these movies, but Street Fighter, this and the original. Tekken has had a couple crappy movies. Dead or Alive had a movie. King of Fighters had a movie.
Wasn't there another Chun-Li movie?
Not that I know of.
I think there was another Chun-Li.
Is there really?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're gonna have to look into that. That might be a follow-up. But anyway, so like seeing all these movies, apparently, like I saw like people, there was no real people were just clowning on these movies, so it made me kind of caught my interest. And then also, basing it, we're around early July 2025. And there's a lot of rumors going on around and posts about, I guess they're making a new Street Fighter movie. And a lot of the posts are about the casting. That's obviously the most important part is the roster and the characters. So they have people be getting cast as some of the Street Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of ridiculous. I don't know. Have you heard of any of those castings?
Well, the infamous like 50 Cent being one, Balrog.
Yes.
And that's all, honestly.
Well,
just 50 Cent just seemed ridiculous.
So I've caught up on a little bit of there's a couple people who I don't know, but they cast an actress as Chun-Li. I have no idea what her name is. I'm sorry. Apparently there is I'm sorry if I got this part wrong. There's a gay country star who has been cast as Vega. I don't know his name.
Uh-huh. But
everyone just says like, oh, that guy, he's gay. Not a big detail, but I think it's just noteworthy.
Mm-hmm.
For kayfabe fans, wrestling fans out there, they cast Roman Reigns as Akuma, and then recently they just cast Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, as Guile, the guy with the neck tattoo with the red, white, and blue and the stripes, and he's cast as Guile, along with 50 Cent.
Is it Jason Momoa there too?
Jason Momoa is Blanca. I believe he's being cast as Blanc. And then they cast a couple guys I'm not familiar with. It's Ryu and Ken. I don't know who else has been cast. I don't know if Bison's been cast. But it kind of just all culminated with me knowing about how badly fighting game fans hate these movies and the new recent developments in the new movie that's coming out eventually. So it kind of just made me think, like, hey, I kind of want to watch this. Plus, I also hear it's kind of trash. It's slop.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kind of take a look at it. And this was fucking slop.
Yeah, it was pretty mid as hell, man, as I stated earlier.
You genuinely don't seem to have... you don't really feel one way or another about this movie.
I didn't hate it, and I didn't like it. It was... Thinking on it, maybe for a movie, that's probably the worst feeling that you could have on someone. Complete indifference.
Yes. I think because
I'm completely indifferent to this movie. It's like, I've played Street Fighter. I love the character designs. A lot of those characters are iconic.
Mm-hmm.
This movie did not capture any of that style or iconic look of all these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And to a certain point, I get it because they kind of they'll look goofy. They'll stand out in a real world setting, right?
Yes.
But honestly, man, this movie just seems so generic. It was your typical crime thriller movie. It was generic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The positive I could say, the actor who played Bison, he did not give me the vibe of Bison at all from the video game.
Mm-hmm.
But as standalone in that movie, I thought he did a good job being like a villain.
In the context of this particular movie, not in the Street Fighter lore universe, but in the context of this movie.
In this movie.
Yeah, it was passable. So I guess that's Neil McDonough. I know him more from, he's in a couple other roles, but the role that I know him most for is from Walking Tall with Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you remember that movie. Have you ever watched it?
I've never seen it.
It's actually a really good movie. It's one of The Rock's earlier movies. It's really good. He's kind of a relentless kind of guy who really just is trying to gain power and manipulate people. Kind of essentially like this, but it was on a smaller scale and it just felt more personal. Mm-hmm. But he was really good at that role. I know he was in Band of Brothers as well, and he's probably had a lot more filmography that I'm not talking about, that I'm doing a disservice to. Mm. But that's what I know him from. But I know this guy is a good actor. He was not a good Bison. My thing is that I think what they decided to do. So this is my theory: is that they were making like a Hong Kong kind of Asian dirty crime movie, and then they randomly just got the license to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, let's just cross out some names instead of this being Annie Splanny. Let's just make her Chun-Li, and this instead of being Mr. Evil Bad Guy, this is now M. Bison. And so on and so forth. We're going to have to cast a black guy to be Balrog or whatever. And then we're going to make some changes. But it feels like they took a generic $5 Walmart bin movie and just kind of wrote Street Fighter on top of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it really feels like.
It's like those kind of like those made as hell cheaply made movies that, a lot of people probably just watch to pass the time or something. But they're not really known for being like amazing movies. They're just fine. Something to just kind of pass the time. But I guess getting on subject, what you thought about the casting of Chun-Li?
Kristen Crick, I'm not familiar with her really at all.
I don't think she's come out in any other stuff.
Well, I looked it up a little bit. So she was more famous for, I guess she was in Smallville. Mm-hmm. And I think she was in a couple like teen dramas. But apparently she was in Reacher from Amazon Prime. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I heard of Reacher, yeah.
So Reacher, really good. I've only seen season 1, and I want to go season 2. But apparently she was in that show, which is really good, because that show's great. But that's about kind of the gist I've got it. Maybe she's done other stuff, but I didn't really do too much research, because this is like, I'm not putting too much effort into this one.
Well, yeah, it's like, let me see. What I think about the casting, she did not really give me the vibe of Chun-Li. I think at this point, like, Chun-Li is one of those video game characters that have become iconic. Same with Ryu. It's like her costume, her fighting moves are all very distinctive. Even the fucking kids know who Chun-Li is because of the Fortnite skin. Because she has a big old booty in that game.
She is in Fortnite, yeah. A lot of the Street Fighters are in Fortnite.
Overall, I think her character design, she got thick thighs and a big ass booty, right?
That was always her thing, is that her thick thighs, her lightning kicks, her spinning bird. Yeah. Like, it was based around her legs, and they gave her a certain physique, which unfortunately Miss Crook did not have that physique at all. I'm sorry to say, but Chun-Li has a very, very, very specific build, and this girl had none of it.
And then in the video game, I think she's supposed to be a cop.
She is, yeah, she's Interpol. That's why she's chasing Bison.
Yeah. But in this movie, she's not. She's like some rich girl that her dad taught her martial arts.
Yes, so they definitely deviate a lot from it. Like, a lot of the few Street Fighter characters that are here, a lot of it is deviated. A lot of it is, like, not true to lore.
It seems like they put in, like, at that time, the Street Fighter 4 really came out. So they were putting in some new characters in there, too.
Yes, as far as I know. So, Gan is in this game. Gan.
Viper.
Viper.
Which she just called Maya the whole time in there.
Yeah, so that's supposed to be... she's Detective Maya, whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be Sea Viper, Chun-Li, Charlie Nash from... I think he's Alpha, from the Alpha series, Alpha 3.
Street Fighter Alpha, yeah.
I believe he's Alpha. Bison, Balrog, Vega... Gen was from Street Fighter 4. I think that's the only game he's ever been in.
Yeah, he came out of Street Fighter 4.
I gotta pick up 6.
Which came out a year before this movie.
Yes, so this was like the beginning of the fighting game renaissance when everyone else came back.
Mm-hmm.
But, and Gen was part of that, even though he was like one of the most boring characters ever. Like, his design, he looks like he's 1,000 years old.
Yeah, when I played Street Fighter 4, I don't think I ever picked him.
I never picked him, dude. I rather have picked up like... I picked Hakan, that freaking red Turkish oiler wrestler, more than I picked up Gen.
Yeah, he at least had an interesting design.
Yeah, and his moves were kind of cool. They were super complicated, but if you figured it out, you were really good. He was a really good character. But going back, it's like, man, I think they were trying to build up of the hype that Street Fighter 4 was bringing back with Capcom and kind of fighting games in general.
Well,
like, let's make a movie. Yeah.
Promotion of movie.
But it didn't capture any of the spirit of the games.
Yeah.
Like... So going back to what you said, instead of making Chun-Li a cop or Interpol or whatever, they just made her a rich girl, heiress, pianist.
Yep.
And then her dad gets kidnapped. Like he knows martial arts too. I don't know if they ever touched upon that in the games, but he teaches her martial arts, and then he gets kidnapped but not killed, and then she grows up. She's like 8 in the original portion of the movie.
And then I think in the game, the reason she became a cop was to get revenge for her dad, right?
I think she wanted to avenge her dad because her dad got killed. But in this movie, he's just alive and sitting in a bunker doing computer work, looking at... he's got a weight bench just sitting there.
Did he even explain why he got kidnapped?
No, they just... Balrog shoots a dart, like a poison dart. His dad deflects, and then they have a fight, and then he just gets carried away. And then Balrog big slaps the crap out of his mom or her mom. So, and then he just drives away, and then she just grows up without a dad. And, like, how many years later? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the movie explains, like, what was the reason he wanted? He was good at something? He had connections? Is that what it was?
I have no idea. I don't know if he was, like, a scientist, if he was a bankroller, if he was
He did something with computers, because he had him working on the computer.
Yeah, but all the computer ever did was just, like, have like a USB drive full of pictures of Chun-Li, and, like, her at her piano recital.
Just pictures, like, a fucking PowerPoint.
Yeah, and it wasn't even video. It wasn't even a fucking video. It's like, motherfucker, you couldn't get a good filmographer? But the whole movie just makes no sense. It really is. So it starts off with, they take her dad away, and then she has her piano recital, and then someone mysteriously drops a ancient scroll on her, like, at her little makeup table.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what is this? And this is ancient. And then it's like...
Wait.
Fucking A.
And then thinking back on it, it's like, that scroll didn't really do anything either.
No!
She just, like, took it to some lady that, like, read it for her, but then she only gave her one little bit of information. It's like, oh, yeah, just go to Bangkok, and you'll find someone there.
You gotta find Gen.
And the scroll didn't even fucking say where to find him, and any other thing.
Yeah!
It was just kind of like a little... It was just meant to just put her from Hong Kong to Bangkok.
And what makes me mad is that I'm nitpicking at this movie, but because there's not much here, I'm going to nitpick. And it's like, okay, if this was written in ancient China, did Bangkok even exist? Did the ancient Chinese know that the Thais were there?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, the Thais had a civilization for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't know where they overlap in the historical scheme of things.
Yeah, but that scroll was just useless. It was like...
Yeah, it's just like...
It could have just been easily said. It's like some random character comes in. It's like, hey, I got a message from Bangkok. It's like, you gotta try to find Gen.
It could have been a fucking email.
He has answers for you, some shit like that.
Could have been an email. He knows where your dad is. Something!
It's like, they made it seem like the scroll was a big deal, and then it turned out to be nothing.
And then she drops it. And then doesn't the lady at the scroll store, who has, like, ancient walls and walls of ancient scrolls, she, like, takes out, like, you must meet again. Is the order of the web or some shit. And then she, like, pulls out a mega scroll and, like, gives it to her. It's, like, the size of her body or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. Bison's evil. Okay.
And then, like, Chun-Li she goes to Bangkok, and... She's fucking living homeless for a long time?
Yeah, so I'm gonna wind it back. So it goes back to her dad is kidnapped, she's a pianist, and then it switches over back to Bison. He's at those like all the heads of the crime families get together and they're over at dinner.
Crime syndicates and all that
shit. The crime syndicates. So eventually he's all like, well, you're up. I'm taking control. This is me. If you want to swear loyalty to me, fine. If not, you can die.
Yeah.
So whatever, they leave and no security. And then Vega drops down from like an arch.
Yeah.
And he murders the heads of the crime bosses. And then Bison like puts them in a freezer and like ships it off to the police or something. I don't fucking know. And then whatever. And then it switched between Bison and Chun-Li's point of view. Then Chun-Li, I guess, gets the scroll, realizes you must go to Bangkok. You must give up everything. So I guess her mom also died. So she died from cancer. But
we were joking that Balrog like bitch slapped the cancer into her.
Yeah, exactly. Balrog bitch slapped her so hard that he gave her cancer and she died. But eventually her mom passed away. It's very sad. And then she's like, she fires everybody, all of her caretakers and her crew. Everyone's fired. And then they sell the house. Because I gotta give up everything to find Gen.
We assume she sold the house, which we come to find out towards the end that I guess she didn't.
No, I guess she just rebought the house or didn't, or she just unlocked it.
Wait, what? She was working homeless in Bangkok.
Yeah, but and the thing is, so she comes from a family who's rich. They have a big mansion. Apparently the dad would move all over the world because of big business or whatever. Yeah. So he's got money. The yard looked big. The property looked big. They have fancy jewelry, right? Yeah. Like, there wasn't there a big dining room table and piano. Basically, it looks like they have money.
They lived in a mansion.
They lived in a mansion. So if she sold the mansion, wouldn't you have the mansion money? But when she gets to Bangkok, she's like sleeping on the streets and like begging for food and like she's like next to a guy selling like little egg rolls on a cart next to the harbor. She's like a bum. I'm like, wait, you're from money. What happened to all that mansion money? Wouldn't you like, okay, I'm gonna find a nice hotel. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna like hire a scout. I'm gonna do this right because I have resources. I'm not a homeless bum like Ryu, you bum. So it's just like the whole thing makes no sense, but apparently she's on the hunt for Gen. He's gotta find him, but she can't find him. She's walking around Thailand for whatever.
Which now that I think about it, man, it's like I think the reason like he didn't present himself to her was because he needed to see that she was a good person.
Yes.
Because he shows up after saving the guy that was getting jumped.
Yeah, so she's sleeping on some broken glass in a dark alley, and some guy just walks through the alley. So these four punks, they're sitting outside the door,
who we pointed out did not look like they were Taiwanese.
They spoke English.
Yeah, unless they were like tourists.
I guess, but why would tourists mug a?
Why would tourists be in a shady ass alley?
And they have like chains and like switchblades.
Yeah.
So anyway, those ne'er-do-wells, they decide to mug and jump this old man. They kick him. And she's all like, stop it, leave him alone. So they decide to attack her, and he pulls out his knife, and they pull out weapons, and she just wails on them. I don't think she did the spinning bird kick yet.
No.
But anyways, and then she knocks them all down, and the guy that originally started everything, she like takes the shelf of like tires or whatever, and just drops it on his ass.
Yeah, fucking pretty much kills his ass.
Yeah, it kills him. He severely wounds him. Right. And then she passes out from exhaustion. And then somebody picks her up, and then I guess she's like chilling in Gen's house, and he like gives her dinner.
Yeah, then he tells the whole backstory. Not immediately, but you know.
Kinda.
Pretty much tells her like, you're the chosen one. You're the only one who could defeat Bison, which I don't see why.
Yeah. So
it's like if you wanted to get rid of Bison that much. Now that I think about it, fucking Gen has a full-on organization.
The Order of the Web.
The Order of the Web. They're everywhere. Are his eyes and ears. Mm-hmm. They seem very competent in keeping low, or else Bison would have found out. Mm-hmm. Couldn't they just have smoked his ass? Fucking like, just when he's driving his fucking car, they just pull up and like start fucking shoot him down like cartel style. Mm-hmm. But apparently Chun-Li is the only one who could take out Bison.
Yeah, because it's like, oh man, Bison and I grew up together, so you know him. Yeah. So you're equally as experienced.
You fucking know his habits, what he likes. It's all that's his favorite restaurant.
You know his backstory. You know his family. You know his weaknesses. You know like everything about him. And you're a certified kung fu master with like mystical powers.
Yeah.
But you
got all this fucking dirt on one of the most influential people in Bangkok, and you don't fucking let some journalists know or some shit.
Yeah, you don't do anything. Like you just give it to the young girl who showed up. Who, granted, she's been trained by her father. But doesn't have any combat experience. Like, she just beat up the couple guys.
She's a rich girl.
She's a rich girl. Pianist. She plays the piano. She doesn't go to martial arts tournaments. So Gan does that, and then only you can defeat. Anger will not help you, so whatever. So he teaches her. They spar. He destroys her. He starts teaching her. She learns the Kokoken, or tries to learn the Kokoken, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the Order of the Web's doing their thing, selling egg rolls, whatever.
Yeah, and honestly, man, the whole middle part of the movie was just kind of like,
Med.
I guess Charlie Nash gets introduced.
Oh my god.
Maya. Oh man, they suck, dude. Their acting was horrible.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm sorry to say, this is gonna sound so bad, but the only real good part about Maya was how pretty she was. Her acting was terrible. She didn't do much to the plot. She was kind of weak-willed. Like, well, we give up. We've been shut down. Guess we're going home.
Yeah, she's like,
yeah, whatever. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, Charlie, who is, I believe his name is something Klein. I know that guy. I don't know what his I want to say it's like Kevin Klein, but I'm thinking of the wrong guy. The only role I know him for is from the American Pie series.
He wasn't dead?
He was in American Pie. He was the jock, the guy who played lacrosse.
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. Oz. I think he was like the big guy, because you had the other losers and Stifler, and then Oz was like the big guy who played lacrosse. That's the only other movie I know him, and he was whatever in that. He was fine.
Yeah, it's American Pie.
It's American Pie. It's fine. It's whatever.
This movie, you could tell he was not a good actor.
He is not a good actor. I'm sorry, but I'm not familiar with Alpha 3, so I don't know what Charlie Nash's character is supposed to really be like. But his delivery was so garbage. Yeah. It felt like he was trying to be like the cool, gruff, mysterious guy. You know? Yeah,
it's like the cop that's seen things.
Mm-hmm. The renegade. He's like, yeah, we're gonna take the law into our own hands. We're gonna shut him down. Like that type of thing. It was trash. His delivery was garbage.
He sucked.
He was garbage.
Honestly, I think him and Maya were kind of useless as characters.
They were very useless.
Yeah.
I was like hoping like. So apparently, okay. So for anyone who doesn't, Maya, I guess that's Sea Viper, the character's real name. Mm-hmm. That's the Sea Viper's a code name. They didn't do anything to make them look like their characters. Charlie has a very distinct hairdo. He wears sunglasses. He wears a very unique set of clothes.
At the very least, their movesets.
Yes! And Charlie did no martial arts. He was just guns. And I don't know. Like, again, I'm not familiar if he's a gun-based character, which I don't think that exists in Street Fighter.
He's pretty much like same character as Guile.
But better, right? Because I think he talks.
It's like Ryu and Ken.
But he taught Guile, so he's supposed to be better, right?
Yeah.
So, it's like... It's supposed to be kind of the same, but not really. And... See, this guy sucks. They didn't even give him the sunglasses. Like, they didn't give him the vest, they didn't give him the sunglasses. Viper, her hair wasn't red. They didn't give her the cool sunglasses. They didn't give her the button-up kind of suit, the tie, the heel. They didn't give her anything.
Yeah, her character in the game, it looked like a chick that knew what the fuck what the fuck to do.
She was very competent and confident.
Because that's the thing with the like fighting game characters. It's like their backstory is not that deep. The lore is like all over the place.
It's not really lore. It's kind of there, but not really.
But the character designs always give off the kind of persons they are, what kind of powers or what kind of skills they have.
That is the main selling point of fighting games. You see a character that's really cool, whether it's a robot or a buff dude or it's a monster demon, whatever you want to think. That looks cool. I want to try that character.
Which, like, you know, if you think about it, man, it's like someone that's making a movie based on a fighting game. You have these characters that have their personality, their style, with like very iffy lore and all that.
Yeah.
You have the fucking freedom to do any story you want as long as you keep true to the nature of the characters, right? And
actually be faithful. Give them the details that make them who they are.
Yeah.
Something, a slight tangent, something like what Dead or Alive I think actually did okay with. Like a couple characters, there's like the Bass, the big pro wrestler. Guess what? They got an actual pro wrestler to be that character. Yeah. He actually was entertaining. The fact that it's Kevin Nash, a character I know, or a guy I know, I loved it, and I kind of liked that movie. It's not as terrible as the others. It's not a good movie by any means, but I remember it, and it was a fun time. This has none of that. Charlie doesn't look like Charlie. Sea Viper doesn't have the hair. She doesn't have the stun gauntlets. Chun-Li barely wears blue. She doesn't wear the spikes. There's one scene where she wears her hair in a bun. Bison...
double bun.
Double bun. Bison doesn't wear maroon at all.
Yeah, because in the game he looks like a dictator.
Yeah,
which is what he wants to be.
Which he wants to take over the world. He fucking psycho crushers people. Like, he did none of that. Bison wore very crisp suits.
He was very evil. He was an evil real estate mogul.
Yeah, he definitely would kidnap people and chop people's heads off to seize land so he could sell it and develop it and be a cover for Shadow. They pronounced it wrong too. It's Shadow Lu, not Shadow Lao. There's no W in that. But anyway, so yeah, so Bison is just he's a different type of evil. He's a real estate developer.
Yeah. The video game Bison is a more cartoonish. Right?
Like Raul Julia. I will destroy you, and he levitates down like from the original. Yeah, that was very cartoony, and that's why it kind of worked.
Which, like, I guess in this movie they wanted to grind it more realistic, which, like, an evil realtor is fine, but that is not Bison.
That's not Bison. And they didn't make him look like Bison. They didn't give him anything maroon. You could have put him in a maroon suit with a big coat to mimic the cape. You could have put a Shadow Lao pin somewhere on him, the skull's cufflinks. You could have made something to homage that this is Bison. There was none of it. The hair color wasn't even right. Bison always has darker hair, except like depending on like he's a lab experiment. He comes back from the dead and his hair turns gray. Mm-hmm. It was just all off. There's nothing that screams Bison about this character.
It's like so far what we're talking is like this movie just fails as a video game adaptation because it's not true to the characters.
It's not.
There's a little hints here and there, but it's not true to the characters. All right, let's just say you're a fucking regular ass person. Mm-hmm. That doesn't know anything about Street Fighter. Yeah. Doesn't give a fuck because he doesn't know anything.
That's fair.
This movie still made as hell.
Yeah.
As a regular crime thriller, it sucks, dude. Mm-hmm. There's so much better movies out there than this.
Yeah.
Just fucking watch like Scorsese.
Oh, absolutely. Take the video game and the Capcom influences out of this, and you could make them, instead of Chun-Li, her name is Susie. Instead of Bison, it's Hammer Bad Guy. You take all that away, and it's still not a good movie. The acting is bad and wooden, especially Nash. The action is not very good. There's maybe like one or two scenes that are okay. The music, I don't remember any of it. The pacing is bad. The story is bad.
I remember the part in the club when the fucking song pops up. The Street Fighter song.
Oh, it's a Street Fighter song. Yeah.
They literally just repeat Street Fighter over and over.
Yeah. And then that was the weird part that kind of threw me off is that like that awkward ass scene. So Bison has a henchwoman. Yeah. She's like kind of mean and ruthless, and she like gets the signatures from the city council.
His right hand.
His right hand woman. And then she's like at a club. I thought for a second it was his girlfriend, but that might not be the case. No. But anyway, so she's there with her goons that are providing security, and then Chun-Li walks in and like stares her down, and they have like this odd, tense, semi-sexual tension.
Yeah, I think that's the implication.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out like I don't think Chun-Li's ever seduced anyone in the game. I don't think she's ever had a boyfriend.
It's like, how does she know that she's like a lesbian or bi?
Yeah, like you just stare at somebody. Like if I just stare at any dude, he's into me.
Yeah.
Is that the thing that she's so attractive that she hypnotizes her? I don't know what that was about.
This happened in movies before, right? You know the scene where like somebody's trying to seduce somebody else, like the woman seduces like the main character or something. Yeah. They look, they dance, they go have sex, and then the character wakes up, it's like his fucking wallet or all his clothes are gone. It's like, fuck.
His key bag to the secret base.
Yeah, or his fucking all shit like that, right?
Yeah.
That's the same idea. But it was just so awkwardly executed. It just didn't flow right.
Yeah. And to me, it just bugged me because I don't think that's true to the character. I don't think Chun-Li has ever seduced anyone. And there was nothing to imply that woman was into girls. Like, I'm just saying, it was
I have no problem with
No, I'm not saying it's a problem. It just didn't make sense.
You have free reign to do whatever you want with the character to a certain point. But it was just executed poorly.
Exactly. It was no setup. It just kind of happened. And then it really didn't go anywhere until she died. Yeah. Until they had a fight in the bathroom. There was random glass bowls for some reason, and then the only real part that we saw, at least the first part that we saw, that Bison was evil. So I guess the woman is badly hurt. She loses to Chun-Li. She gets her arms broken or whatever.
Oh yeah, that scene was pretty brutal.
So you see Bison. He's in the gym. He's doing boxing. He's working out.
He's fucking punching something real hard. Yeah. So you assume it's a punching bag.
The punching bag, and Balrog is right next to him, and he's hitting the heavy bag too, doing hooks. And then you pan out, and he's pummeling the corpse of the woman that just died. His right hand woman. I think
she was still alive. I think she
was she? I thought she was dead.
When she fought Chun-Li?
No, when she was getting pummeled by Bison.
I think he flat out killed her.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think he beat her to death. Like he strung up his assistant and just punched her until she died. That's straight. That was the first instance of Bison being evil that he wasn't monologuing. Like, because he would always go back. He was driving to the neighborhood. He's like, "This is where it all started. You gotta be relentless. You have to sacrifice." And it's implying that he struggled and he's bad and he's ruthless because he needs to survive. Yeah. Whatever. It's mid fucking B movie type of dialogue.
Yeah, just man, what else is there to say?
There really isn't much, dude.
I guess at the ending, it's like I guess you find out that there's magic. I guess in this game, in this world,
yeah,
he like transferred the goodness of his soul into his daughter. Which for some reason he lost, and then he found again at the end of the movie.
Yeah, because
only for her to witness him getting killed by Chun-Li.
Yeah, so that's what I thought about is that outside of the lore, I'm gonna try and stay away from that. But so in this movie, Bison gets married, has a wife, obviously, and has she's pregnant with their daughter, and then he takes her to like some mystical cave, lays her down on a rock, and then like takes his fingers. Like, you know 1,000 Years of Death from Naruto?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does like he puts his 2 index fingers together, shoves them into her belly button, and then like you hear the like crunch when like you cut human flesh open, and then it like, and then you hear the woman, the wife screaming, and then he like pulls out the baby. So I'm like, did he kill his wife? Did he cut her open? Did the 1,000 Years of Death in her belly button like pop out the baby? I don't know what happened, but all I know is that he has a daughter. And then he somehow lost her?
Yeah. And then he found her again.
And then he found her again, and then they put her on a cargo boat in the middle of the night, and then he, like, hides her, and he puts one security guard in front of her door. Then she has to fight Gen and Chun-Li and all the good guys, whatever. He gets hit with a bag of cement. Then he gets sent flying with a Kakosho. He goes awkwardly flying backwards like a freaking lunatic. And then she, like...
Kills him pretty brutally.
Yeah, so she like lands, like puts both her shins or her knees on him around his neck, kind of seductively, and then like twists her whole body, and then kills him. So his head is facing backwards. And what did we say? What did we start saying when we saw that?
All right, context. Before this movie, we saw Freddy Got Fingered. And in Freddy Got Fingered, there's a scene where he's wearing the suit backwards, and he's in front of the mirror, and he's just going, "I'm the backwards man, the backwards man."
And he's like walking backwards.
And he's walking backwards. So in the Legend of Chun-Li, she drops down the bison with his head sticking over the side, and as Marvin said, grabs hold of his head and like twists it all the way around, killing him. And he's wearing his suit. And the first thing that popped up in my head was, "I'm the backwards man. I'm the backwards
man." We were just saying backwards man for like a good while.
I think he was wearing like almost the same suit that the first.
It was a dark suit. Yeah, he was wearing like a dark suit with like a dark tie, and he just looked like the backwards man.
Just like Tom Green. Just like Tom Green and Freddy Got Fingered.
Except Tom Green is more successful because he didn't get his neck broken. So
you heard it here, folks. A Chun-Li episode. A reference to Tom Green and Freddy Got Fingered.
Do you think that, like, Tom Green grew up to become M. Bison?
No.
Well, he's the backwards man now.
He's the backwards
He's forever the backwards. No, he's good. Anyways, that's a bit of like our recording schedule. But yeah, so basically, they fight Bison. He's defeated. He gets his neck broken. His daughter watches for some reason. Right. And then everyone goes home like, "You defeated Bison." And then the police show up. "I'm Charlie Nash." And then everyone goes away. And then the most annoying part. So I think they were trying to set this up as a franchise. Because what happens is that Chun-Li goes home, she rebuys her golden mansion or whatever, and then Gen shows up mysteriously out of the window. Like, that guy's a perv, man. He probably watches.
He just pops up there.
He probably watches.
Which makes me more mad how fucking useless he was.
Yeah, couldn't you just teleport behind Bison while he's taking a dump, and then, like, snap his neck, hit him with a Kakosho, and then there you go! But yeah,
that's pretty much like you were saying, that she goes back to her mansion, Gen shows up, it's like, takes out a little fucking... crusty old newspaper clipping or some shit about a Street Fighter tournament. That's like, "Hey, you wanna go fight this guy called Ryu something in Japan? I heard he's real strong." And she's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Well, it made me really
and then
mad.
it just went.
That's it.
Fade out.
What made me really mad is for some reason is that for all the older viewers out there, if you guys remember the Penny Saver, that free coupon ad thing.
Yeah, people used to. That was like. Craigslist. Well,
that was
Craigslist was
before
inspired
Craigslist.
by Penny Saver.
Yeah, so Penny Saver, and then
eBay after that.
What you see is like the little ad that he hands Chun-Li, and it says like in the middle, it says Street Fighter Tournament. You know who you are. You know where to go.
Yeah.
And like, okay, and then above it is like a personality course ad for like $999 or whatever Thai currency is. Yeah. And then there's like a massage thing underneath it. But I'm like, if you're trying to find legendary world fighters, why are you advertising in a Thai penny saver? What do you mean I know who I am? Damn right I know who I am. I'm the baddest motherfucker to ever walk this earth. But, like, you put it in an ad? Why wouldn't you just send us another scroll? Send a raven. Send an email. Send a missile with a note attached to it.
Make it like fucking, like, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, or didn't Bison, like, send, like, actual, like, personalized envelopes to the tournament? I don't remember how it works, but, like, yeah, it was better than just, hey, I'm just gonna assume that these legendary world fighters read Penny Saver.
It's just a dumb way to hit the sequel.
And the CGI in the little, where the text was superimposed was horrible. It was off-center. It looked garbage. And then he's gonna go find Ryu something, in Mr. No last name. And there you go. She's like, I'm gonna keep fighting for good. Or whatever. And then the credits, and that's it. It's like, this movie really is mid.
It's mid as hell, man.
Okay, so the thing about it is, real quick, would you rather have... I think that's more... Like, you brought up this point that it's more insulting for a movie... Or worse, for a movie to be mid and forgettable than to be bad.
Not just mid. Just to to just be indifferent to it.
Yeah. Because for old friends who have watched our episodes...
It's like the saying goes, man. It's like... When somebody hates you, at least there's the possibility that you were loved once or some shit like that, right? Indifference is complete lack of emotion of any kind. You don't exist, you don't give a fuck. So this movie just created indifference. I just like whatever about it.
Yeah, because the thing about it is all our other movies that we watched, whether before and after this, hopefully, they all made us feel something. Whether we were super annoyed or bored or freaking whatever, or what is this trash? Every single one of our movies, even the really, really bad ones, made us feel something. This was just nothing. This really was a nothing burger. Yeah, it made me upset as a fan of the games, but for a casual viewer who doesn't really, maybe occasionally play Street Fighter, you probably would think this is just regular, lameness. Yeah. There's nothing special about this movie. There's nothing to really connect it to what makes Street Fighter itself special. It's literally it's barely in name only. Yeah. You could replace all the names with basic ass John Doe cop guy, and nothing would change. Maybe it would make it a little better because you're not desecrating what makes Street Fighter special. Yeah. And this movie is so forgettable. This is not the worst movie we've ever seen, but this is the most forgettable movie we've ever seen.
Definitely very forgettable.
This is horrible. I'm sorry I wasted money on this. I fucking need more beers. This makes me just ashamed.
Well, I guess you did feel something. Ashamed.
No, not as I was watching it. After. Talking about it, I'm ashamed to be recording this sometimes.
Oh, man, I still feel completely indifferent to it.
Yeah, I guess it made me feel shame. I guess that's something. But, yeah, other than that, there was nothing positive about it. And there's a reason that this got buried and forgotten for a long time. And for good riddance. There's nothing redeeming about this, really.
Yeah, that's your final thought. I guess my final thought is the same, man. This movie is made as hell. I do not recommend it because there's nothing of interest to it. No. It's not even like a fun watch, like a bad movie. It's like, oh my god, there's like a crazy scene and you won't believe what you'll see. Yeah. Or you won't believe how bad this movie came out. Yeah. This movie was just mid, man. There's nothing interesting to it.
There really isn't. It's just.
The only interesting thing about it is that it's just a bad Street Fighter or a bad video game adaptation.
Yeah, unfortunately, this came out way before the renaissance that we're seeing recently. Things like Detective Pikachu, Mario, the animated Mario movie, the Sonic trilogy. They've all been pretty well received. I'm sure there's a couple other movies that I'm not forgetting. I don't know if one in live action's ever been well received, but this missed out on the mark. We've seen how many garbage. When you think fighting game movie before, things like Sonic and Mario, you thought of garbage. Assassin's Creed, Tekken, what was World of Warcraft.
I'll push back, man. It's a little bit too early to be calling it a video game renaissance. there's been a good amount of good movies, but the track record's still there, man. Most video game good movies have been ass.
But I think we've seen,
The Mystery Fighter movie, mark my words, is gonna suck ass.
Oh, I believe it's gonna be bad.
Because
but I'm curious to see.
If you've forgotten already, which you have, which is a sign.
Have I?
That Mortal Kombat movie that came out not too long ago.
I never watched it.
That came out around the same time as Detective Pikachu. Completely forgettable.
I completely forgot about that.
I saw that movie and I forgot everything about it. It was just as mid as this.
Really?
Yes.
It was that bad?
No, it was just mid. Boring.
It was that mid, I should say.
Yeah, it was just forgettable, dude. Just like this movie.
Fucking really?
And that's my final thoughts.
But,
this movie, forgettable, mid, and the new Street Fighter movie, more than likely. But we will see.
No, you're gonna love 50 Cent as Balrog. But yeah, he's a shitty actor. I same thing. I kind of would say for a casual audience, this is super forgettable. For Street Fighter fans, there's nothing really anything here. The only real thing is that Chun-Li occasionally has a blue shirt on. That's about it. For Street Fighter fans, just stay away from this. For casual fans, don't even bother. It's not worth your time.
I guess that was it. If you made it this far, thanks for listening. This has been Static Channel 12. Like and subscribe. And do not watch this movie. And goodbye.
Game over.